Welcome back. Every day, thousands of children around the world die from starvation and malnutrition. It's a sad reality that deeply affected a local flight attendant. But Beth Lavin was determined to do something about it. She started a nonprofit group called FormulaOneLife, and together with other flight attendants, she now raises money to buy formula and other nutritional supplements for millions of children who are direly in need. Beth recently returned from a trip to Ethiopia. In fact, she just got back in the last couple of days, and she's joining us live this morning to tell us about her mission and how you can help. And I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you, Amy.
Beth is a friend of Good Day. She's actually been with us before, so we're so glad you're here to talk about your mission. And talk to me first of all about this trip. Was this an especially moving trip for you?
Yes, it was. It was our most intense trip yet. We were able to visit 5 orphanages in truly dire need. One of them was a government-run orphanage, and it had 140 infants and children, 70 infants in dire need of formula, and they have had recent deaths due to malnutrition. So we were able to see that in person, and it was very moving.
If you guys weren't there to help, where do these orphanages go to get help? Are they forced to try to rely on their own governments?
They are, and there is not much support from the government at all, to say the least. So they really do rely on organizations like ours to provide the support. Formula, for example, in Ethiopia, a can this size is about $16 per can. So an orphanage with about 70 infants is going to cost about $4,000 a month to properly feed them the formula that they need. So they really do need some dire support.
How difficult is it for you to get this formula to these countries? Because I know that sometimes the governments aren't always welcoming.
Actually, they have been welcoming us. That hasn't been a problem. We've been able to provide a lot of support. On this last trip, we delivered over $9,000 worth of formula and vital aid to the 5 orphanages in need, primarily through financial donations, which we brought with us and purchased the formula at the stores in country.
How happy are they to see you coming?
They are very grateful, and we are very blessed to be able to help.
What does that feel like, Beth, to hold these children? We have these pictures of you, you know, in the orphanages with the other flight attendants. What is that like for you to hold these children, to know that you are providing, you know, formula for them, providing life, providing a future?
It's humbling. It's humbling to be called and to be able to actually help feed infants in such desperate need.
How desperate is the need?
Very desperate. The pictures that you're seeing are of the orphanages that are not quite as desperate as the government-run orphanage, which we saw, which has had infant deaths. They don't allow pictures, so the ones you're seeing are actually the good ones. But they too need the support. They all need the support.
Let's talk about adoption, because you have a good friend who actually adopted one of these infants, and we have pictures of Quebec. We want to show some before and after pictures last year versus this year, and he's such an adorable child. But talk to me about what the options are for people who are watching this right now and think, oh, I just want to go get one of those babies.
Well, Ethiopia generally has a waiting process of about 1.5 years. The fees vary, but they range from between about $15,000 to $20,000 to adopt. But there are a lot of programs out there with grants and the likes to help people that would be interested in adopting. And Ethiopia certainly is in need of adoptive families. They have 5 million orphans.
And Beth, your website again, so people can help you to help others.
FormulaOneLife.org.
All right, it's such an incredible organization. I'm so glad to have you come back and talk to us about your latest trip. Thank you so much, Beth Lavin from FormulaOneLife. Let's send it over to Jim now and find